everybody, and welcome to Ask Ana-La-Rai. And just a reminder, if you'd like to ask me a question that I and the guides will possibly answer here, just remember to join my newsletter at sparklesoflove.love. And in the newsletter that comes twice a month, there will be a link, a different one each month, to post your questions. So today we have a couple of questions. The first one is from Colin, and his question, let me just read it to you here, is crop circles. What are they? Are they authentic or hoaxes? Do they have beneficial energetic component? If so, how do we utilize them? All right, well, I personally know nothing about crop circles. I've never read about them. I think they're fascinating, but I don't know any of the stories or what people believe about them. So let's go in, and I know that Mother Gaia is going to come through and talk about this. So let me just bring her forth here. Greetings, beloved ones. I am Mother Gaia, and it is my pleasure to come forth to answer this question. Some of them, yes, are what you call hoaxes. Some of them have been created by humans and for fun and for misinformation, but of those, they are not important. Let me speak about what you are really asking, about authentic crop circles, and what are they and how are they created. I create them. They are a form of communication that I use with other beings that are not on your planet. It is a language, so to speak, or a story in a crop circle. As you know, they are sacred geometry, and it is a form of communication that I utilize to send out messages at different times when there is need. It is a form of expression that I utilize. And I would say to you that there are places on your planet that find them more often, that see them more often. And just like other things, sometimes it's just easier, the locations that become familiar for them. But you will probably find that as the new consciousness comes forth, as the little one continues to grow, and she chooses to communicate this way or not, that you may find some new types of crop circles, or you may find new locations. But in essence, what they are an energetic language that I am sending messages out to other beings of light, not to humans. They're not focused on humans or even for humans. So as to how they can be a benefit to you, well, simply enjoy them. And is there an energetic within them? Yes, there is an energetic within them, because the sacred geometry also always holds an energetic. So you can view pictures of them, you can go and walk in these spaces, and you can ask to receive the energetics. But it is... you are not receiving the messages that I am sending out. Just the fact that there is an energetic vibration of love and creation and communication in them. And so I hope that answers your question. And I am Mother Gaia. Okay. All right, so the next question is from Lori, and let's see what Lori has to say. The spiritual community talks about spiraling up into the light and healing, clearing, transmuting the low vibrations, the dark within. It makes it seem like dark within us is unwanted and undesirable. But if source is all dark and light, then is dark that bad? Is there consciousness who find the dark to be home, which is actually perfect in the totality of it all? Or is consciousness always trying to spiral up, which means at some point, source will be only light? All right, let's see who comes through and what they have to say. We are first light, and we come forth this day to answer this question. And we understand that these concepts of light and dark cause great challenge and difficulty in understanding. But in actual fact, light and dark are human concepts once again. They are part of the polarity of this dimension that Earth is within. And so when you ask the question from the space, yes, it seems like they are polar opposites, because that is the way that the human experience has been created, to experience polarities and to make choices. But when you refer to light and dark in terms of healing, let us rephrase it all. What we would say is, rather than darkness, is that you have had experiences over the lifetimes with other humans and other situations that cause energetic blockages within your physical and energetic form. You have had experiences that hurt you, that upset you, that confuse you, that traumatize you. And these experiences have become lodged in your energetic field if you have not done your full healing or clearing around them. And these hold a lower vibration. So when someone is scanning you, it looks like darkness, but in actual facts, it is just a lower density. It is a lower density. And what happens is that the more that you are on your path and the more that you are wanting to raise your vibration, it becomes a little bit like a clogged drain pipe, where these lower vibrations are lodged in the body, and so they continue to grow and look like darkness, but they are not darkness. So we hope that part of the explanation makes sense to you. And yes, light and dark are both source, but it is just the perception within this dimensional field that you see it as light and dark. For all is source, all is light, all is one consciousness, and it is not good and bad, light and dark, evil and joy. It is not these things. It is simply your perception of how it is here in this planet of polarity. And so as you move more and more into higher vibrations and more into the authentic you and into the higher vibrations, and as the awakening occurs, what happens is you start to see things differently. You start to perceive it. So you observe rather than judge. You observe things happening, but you don't see them as good and bad, as light and dark. And so it is difficult to answer your question in the way it is posed, because from our standpoint, it is all one. And so we hope that that clarifies for you. And we thank you for your question. We are First Light. Thanks, everybody. Good to see you. Bye.